listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShy.
Hey, that's a low blow.
Hit them right in the family jewels.
Where our sports takes hit you above and below the belt. Now here's the squad. Scotty Kiefer, Kobe Burke, and Nick Johnston. This is Low Blow Sports.
We had to get rid of that fourth name in there.
No, Brandon.
No, Brandon.
Sorry, Brandon.
Sorry, Brandon. We saw him this
Yeah, it's good
weekend.
seeing him over the weekend.
I know. You got to be there. In the know, Kobe. You got to be there.
Oh, okay, leave the ginger out of it. That's cool. That's cool.
No,
I see how it is.
No, we're leaving the Jets fan out of it. Let's
Probably
be
New
honest.
York, right? No.
Yeah, he's from up there. I don't really.
Yeah.
Brandon's also from up there. I don't really think that should count. Anyway, boys, welcome back to Low Blow Sports. We're here, and I can't even get through this. I'm just so sad about Sunday, but we'll get through it. We'll get to it. You got to talk about the Bears and their. I don't even want to say what they did on Sunday. It was so depressing. We got to get to the Jets, and I'm sure all of Week 10 There might be some fancy names out there, just because I kind of need a quarterback. So I want to
point out I won in fantasy this week.
Good job! I put up 200 points in fantasy.
I got my first win.
Nice.
Got my first win.
What?
Yeah, I
It's
know.
his first week
I
in the
know.
league he doesn't care about.
Oh.
No.
Oh, that's the league.
The league I cared about finally came through this week.
That's tough. And then, I think this might be the last MLB segment because we're going to go over who we think is going to win
Yeah, look
each
at
of the
that.
awards.
Look at that.
Good job, Kobe. I'm proud of you.
134.
Dang, that's a solid score right there,
Yeah,
too.
boy.
And then this will probably be the last MLB segment we have going over the awards. And then also we'll touch on Tampa Bay, what we think they should do with their situation. I don't know if you saw some stuff that came out about their stadium today. So we'll get into all that and more. I'm Scotty K with Nick Johnston and Kobe the Burke behind the screens. Boys, you ready to go?
Let's do it.
1-0 this week. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
You know who's not 1-0 this week? The Bears.
Bears.
I was there. It was tough from the get-go. Like, this first drive, people already started booing the Bears.
Oof.
It was tough. Obviously, you were
Yeah.
watching at home, so you got to see some of the commentary and replays of stuff. I wasn't really able to, but from where I was, it was awful.
Yeah, no, I was at work. I was well, I don't want to give myself away, but I had Red Zone on. I just underneath the table. So they were not going to the Bears game very often, so that made me sad and worried. So that was disappointing to see. Obviously, we wake up to the Shane Waldron news. That was gonna be my first question to you. What was like the overall morale report at Soldier Field? And it seems like from top to bottom, it was disappointing to just overall booing. I saw also the viral video of Fire Eberflus that when in substitution of Green Bay sucks, it was Fire
normally
Eberflus.
the leave underneath the tunnel of I don't even know what the street is, but it wasn't Green Bay sucks like it normally is. It
Nope.
was Fire Eberflus. Third quarter, it's Fire Eberflus. Every drive, it's booing. Almost every single play, it was booing. Especially when they did those stupid bootlegs with Caleb Williams, where the linemen didn't even block on the right side because they're like basically out of the play. But it was very depressing being there. I had one Patriots fan in my section, but he was actually kind of cool about
That's
it.
good.
He wasn't like really throwing it in our faces. He was like, we're also not playing that good.
Yeah,
so
but like
it doesn't
5 years
mean
ago, he
anything.
would have. So like,
Oh, like 5 years ago,
yeah,
he probably would have.
Because I think he probably knows where he stands now. So like, he has to like cool it off a little bit.
He had a Bledsoe jersey. We were kind of suspecting that he wasn't a real Patriots fan, and then I saw the jersey and I was like, okay, yeah, he's definitely a Patriots
There
fan.
you go. He's good to go.
Yeah, like he's valid to say anything. No, tough game to watch from there. Really wanted to see more, and I think the bigger thing is I mean, we obviously came on here and when they hired Shane Waldron, I even said that was my favorite go-to guy for that position. So seeing him not even last halfway through the season, barely halfway through the season, kind of tough.
Yeah, that's disappointing to see. And it seems like the book is out on how to beat the Bears. It's run the ball and let the Bears beat themselves.
Which
So,
is crazy for the team that had the best run defense in the NFL last year. that Ramondre Stevenson and Antonio Gibson could just run all over the team.
Yeah.
No questions asked. Montez Sweat was barely a factor in this game.
Yeah, he might still be banged up.
Even that, their offensive line isn't even that good.
No, it's not.
They're maybe mid-tier.
Subpar, yeah.
And the fact that he couldn't do anything in that game. They couldn't get any linebacker pressure in. TJ Edwards maybe got in the QB pressure like once I saw.
Yeah.
But
And just another game
Tough.
where it's another rookie QB on QB action where, it's another opportunity for Caleb. Caleb did not shine. He did not look well. Drake May looked better even with an interception. So just
You gotta look at the pros. DJ Moore
There
stayed
isn't
on the
any
field.
pros.
DJ Moore stayed on the field this week.
that's good.
not really.
That's-
Okay, so I don't know if you saw that. They're kind of yelling at him again, saying he doesn't give effort in certain plays. But honestly, when I watched it, I didn't really see it at all. Like I saw the case when he walked off the field. So basically, it was the 4th down play. I think maybe in the second or third quarter, it was a design play where he had Keenan Odunze and Komet on the left, and that was the read. It was 1-2, and Caleb didn't have him, so he took off and ran for 5 yards. It was like a 4th and 4, so we got the first down. But DJ was coming across the middle and was probably open if Caleb actually looked that way. The problem is he didn't. Caleb ran because he, felt pressure. And you can kind of see DJ give up a little bit, but I think that's more so just at the fact that he literally saw his quarterback run and dive for a first down rather than him giving up on the play.
Yeah.
He knew he wasn't getting thrown at. What do you expect him to do? There's no one really around him, so there's no one to block. It's just a bad part on Caleb not being able to find him because he may have had a touchdown there. But no, very tough to see Torrey Taylor go out there, even though I was standing literally right next to him on the field. It was kind of dope.
Nice.
He's a tall dude.
Oh, yeah. No. It's a big Australian.
Yeah, he's a big Australian. But no, it was a good game to, fun being there, but it wasn't a good game to watch on the field.
No, it didn't seem like it was fun at all. And then obviously, rightfully so, Shane Waldron fired today for what we had averaging
23 straight
points.
possessions without a touchdown.
Who's replacing him? Did they announce that yet?
Was it Tony Brown or Troy Brown? Someone like that.
I can check.
What's his resume looking like?
He was on the Commanders last year, got started under the McVay tree, and was a offensive coach for McVay. Then that got him the job in the Panthers. He wasn't their offensive coordinator, but when he was the play caller, they ended up going 0-6.
Thomas Brown.
But
Alright,
the
so
problem,
not the greatest.
see, here's the thing though. He also was at the Panthers. So
What did he do for the Panthers? Was he just
he was a
offensive
play caller
quality?
for the last 6 games of the season, and they went 0-6.
So it's not the greatest.
No, it's not. But also, it's the
points.
Panthers.
Did the points increase at all?
I
What
couldn't
did
tell. I
you
couldn't
gotta,
tell
I
you
think you gotta
that.
check that.
I know a lot of people liked him when he was at the Rams, though.
Because when you're the head coach is great, you can say that with anybody. It's not really
I forgot what he was doing for the Rams, though.
He was a coaching assistant.
Okay.
it doesn't really have a job. It's not like
Doesn't have a job. Okay.
Spent 3
Yeah,
seasons
he's
under
just-
Sean McVay, so that's a pretty good mind to pick.
Pretty
at.
good tree so far.
Yeah, that's pretty good. He was initially responsible for managing the tight ends and running backs units before spending 2 years as assistant head coach.
Good. Maybe he can get Cole Kmet in the play.
He was he was a member of this coaching staff that won a Super Bowl and the NFC North Division at that time. So that was not too bad for 2020. After that, he became the offensive coordinator for the Panthers in 2023.
Actually, pretty good. Super Bowl champion work.
Yeah, and
I
even
mean-
then, it's the Panthers organization.
Yeah.
I'll give them the benefit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that it's
for his whole games. Did the,
No.
Did the,
He was the play
full-
caller for 6 games.
I know, but before that they were horrible. But did they get? Obviously, we know that. But were the games? I barely remember last season the Panthers.
Yeah,
'Cause
because they weren't good. They
weren't
were
good.
awful.
No.
They
But
were awful.
when
There's a
I
lot of games like this where they're,
I wouldn't say
Williams is getting
Yeah.
sacked 9 times, and you just know.
Which,
no-
by
no
the
time,
way,
no help.
NFL record
Wow,
for a team.
that's crazy.
The last record, Jay Cutler, 7.
7.
Is that an NFL record for most sacks?
Or maybe it's a Bears record,
Probably
but it is
Bears
a record.
because I know the Jets got 8 last week. So
It definitely tough to see that as well. Although I will say, I think like 2 of them came on the final drive where they were kind of just passing and trying to find everything.
That's what it sounded like.
But also DJ Moore apparently got hit in the head on that last drive. So he was on the injury report after the game. Eberflus said, yeah, it's not fun being in Chicago right now.
No, definitely not. Disappointing. Just disappointing.
33 straight drives without a touchdown. And you want to hear what's crazier? I saw this tweet. Go back 16 days ago. The Bears have a winning record, and they're playing the Commanders, who are more than likely going to start Marcus Mariota. 16 days, and the whole season changed.
Yeah.
16 days, and the team went from, they got to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They might sneak in at that 6-7 spot, to, oh my God, should they start Tyson Bagent?
Yeah.
Which I think is crazy.
That is.
See, I
think that's
the
crazy.
giving
I
up
wish-
is so quick. And
I wish Brandon was here because he was saying like, "Oh, they're gonna go 11-6 before the season."
I had this
And
exact talk with him
I'm
on
saying,
Saturday.
like, you have a rookie quarterback. Eberflus hasn't known what he was doing his entire career. We're gonna get 7-8 wins max.
I said that because we were at CSU. We were talking in between games, and he's like, I could have never told you this at the beginning of the season. I said, well, I did, and we have video evidence of me telling you
We have
this.
video
Because when we were
audio
doing like
evidence.
for class, he comes on and he's like,
13-4, 13-4.
highly believe I could see this team going 13-4. And I said, I'd be happy with 8-8.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? And I said, yeah, 8-8, I'd be happy.
Yeah. 8-9 now, or
Yeah, 8-9, whatever. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
And he was like you're crazy thinking it's going to be that bad. And I go, Caleb's not going to be like CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Or even right now, Jaden Daniels. I mean, Drake May isn't even going to get to that level, although he looks really good on Sunday.
We just never seen any evidence of Eberflus doing well in any sort of way.
This is kind of like the reverse.
To think that
like
would be a jump is just insane.
What'd you say?
It's kind of like the reverse 2020 draft class. Like not everybody's good. Whereas that case, like Zach Wilson, trash, Trevor's trash, Trey Lance.
See,
Mac
to me,
Jones,
though,
and now
I
it's
think
like reverse of that.
It's hard. It's obviously I don't want to just give up on Caleb, especially for this season. He still needs to start.
I definitely would not.
He needs to. No, I'm saying just for this season.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that people are saying, "Oh, maybe put Tyson Bagent in." It's
No.
like, no, what? Caleb's the first overall pick.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have the
Put him in
problem
when
that
getting
Bryce
blown
Young
out.
has.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bears aren't at least getting like completely destroyed. Like up until about the third quarter, they were actually in the fourth quarter with 7 minutes to go. It was still a 1-possession game.
I mean, it's also against the Patriots, who aren't really like if you play like last week, Cardinals
Yeah,
blown out.
yeah.
Like, it's kinda-
just
They're
saying
looking
that, though,
good.
but
Though,
yeah,
now.
they're looking
They
good.
look, again,
And
no
looking at the
excuse,
rest of the
but-
schedule, tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough.
But that's
Still
what
got-
that's where your 16-day comment. And, they have 3 games in 10 days. You can turn it right around if you're being very optimistic, glass half full. But it's going to be very, very tough.
Yeah,
I will say the Vikings look a lot easier to beat now than they did at the beginning of the year. But
Sam was coming
Sam,
back
he
on our
told you.
roof.
But you know what?
I've done that same page.
Yeah,
the whole time.
honestly,
You know what else I
thank
told
God.
the beginning of the season? You know what else I told Brandon? I said this Bears schedule sucks because there's 3 instances where they have to play 3 games in under 20 days.
Yeah.
And like under the normal schedule. I literally said that to him. And I came on here and said the same thing. That's the problem with the
That was a
Bears.
huge
schedule.
problem.
That quick turnaround sucks.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's awful. But yeah, other than that, I honestly only really watched the Sunday night game. So when we come back, we'll get into the rest of the schedule, go through the Jets getting blown out by the Cardinals, see something in common with the Bears.
Yeah.
But then a lot of underperforming quarterbacks this week, and yikes, I think the Cowboys seasons is over.
How about the block of the week? The block of the year?
Black Magic, baby. Black Magic gets them the 9-0.
I've been
again.
saying that all season.
I know. I've been saying
that.
the same thing.
It's
They use dark magic. They get to 9-0. This is what they do, and they'll three-peat this year. But
You
we'll,
get a cheeseburger. You get a cheeseburger.
you get a crazy 1-point win. You get a crazy 1 possession.
it's like
win.
every new State Farm commercial just adds like
another one.
another one. It's ridiculous.
Sorry, Taylor Swift was there, but we'll talk about that Chiefs game when we come back here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports. SportsTownChicago.com.
Joe's Hot Dogs has been around since 1953, but I promise it's not old news. You don't have to like hot dogs to like Joe's on Plainfield Road in Joliet. Italian beef, hot dogs, shakes, and sides. My family's had a relationship with Joe's Hot Dogs for 3 generations. Golden fries with a tad bit of salt and the perfect amount of crunch come in a bag as big as your hand. And that's just a small. For more on the menu, visit joeshotdogsjoliet.com, bringing that classic Chicago flavor to the suburbs. That's Joe's Hot Dogs across from CVS on Plainfield Road in Joliet.
At the football game, Jim shows the telltale signs of being wasted. He starts flexing for the camera. He refers to his muscles as gunboats. He screams, "How's this for a halftime show?" Jim streaks the field.
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many to drive. But what if you've had just one too many to drive? Never underestimate just a few. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, the Ad Council, and this station.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and Windy City News Radio.
The Illinois Center for Broadcasting is now the Illinois Media School. We've been an institution in the Chicagoland area now for 30 years. Because the broadcasting world is always changing, so are we. Not only are we teaching radio and television production, but now you can learn all aspects of the media industry, like web design. You can even specialize in TV or film, sports broadcasting, and even sales. No matter where you are in the Chicagoland area, we have a campus near you. The Illinois Media School. Be on TV, be on radio, beonair.com.
Maybe that was money. Tell me that wasn't money.
Yo, check us out. We are the go-to guys. I'm your boy Space.
I'm your boy MC.
Check us out every Thursday
from 4 to 5 p.m.
We spitting all facts, all sports, all day.
Yes, sir. Who else you gonna go to in the clutch?
Lillard, long range three, and it's good!
Keeping you up to date with all the latest sports news.
We are
the go-to guys.
Where else you gonna get all your sports news from?
You know,
SportsTownChicago.com.
St. Patrick's Day, the only day of the year that it's okay to not boo the Boston Celtics. I will show you mercy. SportsTownChicago.com.
The Jets and the Raiders are working out a deal to acquire Devontae Adams.
Oh my God, the football gods are repenting. We're going to team with destiny.
You're listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownShop.
The game is over. The New York Jets are the world champions.
Let's go eat a damn snack.
I didn't know what football felt like until now.
Jets win it! Touchdown! Game over!
The sports world changes.
Listen, thank you.
So the Bears and the Jets have something in common. They both get blown out by the Cardinals. Yeah. Welcome back to Low Blow Sports. I'm Scotty K with Nick Johnson, Kobe the Burke, and Kobe. I'll kick it to you. I was on the Dan Ryan driving home from the game, and I just kept seeing Cardinals.
You're like,
touchdown.
let me check the Cardinals game.
Cardinals touchdown.
Let me make sure
Cardinals touchdown. And you know what? I didn't see a Jets touchdown either.
How many points did the Bears have this week?
3.
How many points did the Jets have this week? Exactly.
Better.
Twice as many points as the Bears.
That's one way of putting it.
That's one way of putting it. It's still wasn't a touchdown though, so
yeah, but in 5 years you can just say
they just bits and pieces mingle, or this defense hasn't really been consistent at all. What's more concerning to you?
I got one for sure.
I think it's just the D line is so horrible because all the good pieces I had on the D line last year when they had a top, they all left.
Yep.
You know, Bryce Huff to the Eagles.
Quinn Williams hurt.
No, he's healthy.
I thought he's been hurt this year though.
No, he's been healthy. But everyone else, Quentin Jefferson, he's on the Bills now. Al Woods to the Seahawks. Jermaine Johnson, torn ACL, and that like the whole thing of their defense was heavy pressure, and then you have the corners, and now there's no pressure. Hassan Reddick whole thing happened. Will McDonald's looked good, but he kind of fell off recently. And now you're starting Michael Clemens at the edge. He doesn't know football, and it just doesn't work out.
Kobe telling his own team, "You don't know how to play football."
I've wanted him to be cut for about 2.5 years now, and they
so
won't do
that's
it.
how I was with Velus Jones. Though once we cut him, they're 0-3 since they cut Velus Jones. So.
Looking at stats, they're targeting Devontae Adams a ton.
Yeah, targeting way too much.
Way too much balls out of the 13 targets.
He got 13 targets.
Yeah,
and
I know.
6.
Yeah,
it's
for 30.
Who was on him?
I have no idea.
Who was on him?
I turned the game off after the first quarter. I said, I'm just gonna watch Red Zone. I'm not.
There's no way they put. I have no clue who they would have put on him. That's crazy. What was Garrett Wilson?
Garrett Wilson was 6 targets, 5 receptions for 41.
See, why are you not
top receiver?
I'm pretty sure Aaron Rodgers has a fantasy team, and it's just Devonta Adams was the first round picks. He was like, "Oh, I got to make sure I win this week."
And I guess they were playing against Breece Hall, who only had 14 total touches. Like that's unacceptable. He needs to have the ball.
He needs to have at least 20 a game.
Yeah. No,
I think
if not more.
I would say double the amount of touches that he had today in a game like that where he needs to get the ball. Braylon Allen should. I get it. He's big. He looked just like Derrick Henry. No, he's not Derrick Henry though. You got to give Breece Hall the ball.
It took a while for Derrick Henry to become Derrick Henry. You got to give, if you want Braylon Allen to be this Derrick Henry, you got to give him time.
Yeah, it's honestly unacceptable.
Firing Salah didn't work out. They're gonna be back in the market. It's just where you're gonna end up with your picks and what happens with Rodgers at the end of the year. Because I think if they cut him, it's like the Russell Wilson where there's still like 70 million.
Do you think that's an actual thing they're considering? Because honestly, I don't think so. I think he's a starting quarterback next year.
I think the problem is that he has too much power in there.
Yeah.
And no, if he tells the owner Woody Johnson like I'm not going to go, then he's going to stay. No good head coach is going to want to come because they don't want to get yelled at or like have no control over his own team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just repeated next year. The problem is our owner is leaving because he's an ambassador for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
And the last time this happened, you know who the Jets hired as head coach?
No.
Adam Gase. So we're going to be hiring Mike McCarthy's coming over.
You know who's going to be the head
Hugh
coach.
Jackson
or
something.
Who's going to be the head coach next year?
Oh my God, they're going to say like John Gruden.
It's going to be Luke Getsy as the head coach next year. Watch.
Matt Rule, welcome to the Jets, buddy.
Other than that, the only game I really got to watch was that Lions and Texans game at night on Sunday. And I would say that is debatably game of the year if it wasn't for all those interceptions.
I would say that gives it more of a reason to be game of the year because he threw 5 interceptions and they won the game still.
I think that just shows that the Lions
7-0 when they throw over 4 when he throws over 4 interceptions.
That makes no sense.
That's incredible.
That makes no sense at all.
Football doesn't exist.
Rex Grossman is so mad right now.
Jay Cutler's seething.
Yeah.
But no, that was some game. That Bates kid is so good. That was some kick.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome to see.
He did it twice too, like just right in.
That was crazy. And then I guess we can kind of float out real quick that Thursday night game, just incredible on both sides.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the problem was the Thursday night game was too good.
Yeah.
They had to like make sure. Sunday night, 17 picks in the game. Just
turn it on. Although it was kind of cool when the referee said the penalty in German. That's pretty cool.
I think I turned it on first play. I see it said Tyrone Tracy fumble in overtime, and I'm like, oh, yeah, exactly what I thought would happen.
That's set up for the game winning.
I think the biggest thing coming out of that Munich game is Roger Goodell's national games, including including Mexico City, Brazil, London, Munich, Ireland.
I just think some of these places are too far away because if you go on a 10-hour flight, like you come back, the jet lag is killing you.
You're gonna have to have some teams like tour Europe.
It's not a good idea.
You're not gonna fly teams out that much.
Mexico is like, okay, I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
that's right there.
It's fine.
But going all the way to to Germany. That's like a 7-8 hour flight.
No, it's way more than
10, 12 hour flight. You come back, you're jet lagged for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Yeah.
lose next week.
Madrid,
And it's just-
going to Madrid where they want to play supposedly is about a 10-hour flight.
It's just horrible.
And
Horrible.
they want to
idea.
go farther than that.
Horrible idea. It's just
Terrible idea. Because you're like I said, there's the reason why the Jacksonville Jaguars had to stay out there for 2 weeks, and then also the Giants are basically out there again. Like, it's tough on teams like that.
Yeah,
Especially think about if they had to play a West Coast team there.
exactly.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's like a 16-hour time difference. You come back, even with the bye week, you're losing next week, and it's just. I don't like it.
Yeah, I
don't
guess
like
it all. Yeah, it does make it a little bit easier, I suppose.
Other than that, I didn't really watch much of the games. The only one I could probably say real quickly is the Chiefs are 9-0 somehow, some way. The entire game, I'm looking. They give you like the little score on the side, and then it's like, oh, Chiefs are down 14-3. Oh, okay, that's crazy. The Chiefs are up. It's 14-10 now.
See,
It's
watching
16-10 now.
that game, the Chiefs were in the red zone the entire time. They just
Couldn't get it down.
kept convert on fourth. They
That's
couldn't convert on
crazy.
fourth down.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Like, they were inside the 5 like 4 different times. And
Yikes.
they incompletes on fourth down, or they took the field goal.
Yeah, no,
That's
but I mean, they got a huge pop out of me when I was watching that live. The blocked field goal.
That was crazy.
Dude,
I
and
didn't
you know
even let
what?
up.
You know what's crazy? I saw this today. It was a film study, and it was a
Pat McAfee doing it?
compilation of all of the field goals the Broncos have hit all season, and most teams are doing the same strategy, the exact strategy the Chiefs did that got them the block punt.
Which is
Pressure off the left, and
There's-
basically
I don't
every
know- I
single
don't know his
time
name,
there's
but
one lineman that just gets puddled
Number
over and
54
falls
in the
over.
Broncos. Number 54, I think that's his number. He just doesn't care. He just won't
just
try to
tumbles the
block.
whole time.
He just falls over, overloaded with about 4 guys, and then Leo Chanel
Yeah.
was able to just.
oh my god.
It's crazy.
Pat
That
McAfee
is-
did a segment. She showed like 7 different plays of just guy getting ran over.
He's very good at the special teams breakdown, as well as obviously Bill Belichick. So he's you got to self scout. That's what I've been noticing a lot lately. A lot of these players don't self scout, and then it ends up happening stuff like that.
Adam
so.
Schefter says he wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Jones has played his last snap for the Giants.
Yikers.
Tommy DeVito. Tommy, get a little.
Bring him back. Bring back some
Oh.
Tommy DeVito.
What other?
Another fallen,
Get
another
some
fallen
chicken.
empire.
Get some chicken palm.
Another fallen empire ends in Germany.
Is that it for Brian
With that
Daboll?
Daniel Jones run. It's over. It's finally over. It's over. It's finally over. I know Hunter's probably excited in that sense.
Oh, but he also had Michigan this weekend. It was a double whammy this week.
Oh man,
Yeah,
yeah.
but Jim Harbaugh won a game, so it's fine. It cancels out.
He's got to be somewhat
Yeah.
happy with
He's
that.
fine with that.
Poor kid got about from both ends, and that's in that way.
Any other game you guys want to talk about?
So Steelers Commanders, great game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great game.
dude, that was seeing the
hashtag red line.
updates from that crazy.
That was hashtag red line was great.
Steelers Commanders. I mean, tip of the cap to
So
Baker
Mike
Mayfield.
Williams, with the Jets.
Yeah.
The vertical got picked off, and I don't remember what game it was. And then after the game, Rodgers was like, "Oh, he's got to stay in the red line."
Oh,
Gets traded, scores a touchdown.
That's crazy.
Instagram caption put the hashtag red line.
That's crazy. Good comeback from them. Any other game that was really big on Sunday? You know, the Chargers got a decent win over the Titans.
That's big. They've been trending in the right direction.
49ers are having so many issues, but still somehow won. Yet Debo Samuel punching the long snapper.
Yeah, that was tough. That was a tough look. My thing on that was more or less just tip of the cap to Tampa Bay and Baker Mayfield. The back-to-back weeks, you're playing both the former Super Bowl players.
Stiff arm and Nick Bosa was
and
crazy.
you're
Bro,
down to
if
the next.
Patrick
down to the last,
Mahomes made that play,
possession.
that's play of the year.
Yeah, it could have been. Overall, like nothing really too crazy. I
mean,
guess Sam
Bills-
Darnold fell apart. Bills was good. Yeah, the Bills
made a
game was good.
Blowout wasn't even
I
fun
heard
to
that
watch.
was a really good game.
What, Steelers Vikings? Not Steelers.
No,
Vikings Jaguars.
The Bills and
No, it was
Jaguars.
a blowout from.
They kept it close in the beginning, and then Joe Flacco kind of let it fall apart.
It was 30-13 until the
Yeah.
last second touchdown by the Colts. It wasn't close.
What else did we have? What did we have at the
Saints had
Eagles.
the first win.
Yeah, that was good.
Clogged the toilet. Thanks for letting us know, Rizzy. I think that's his name.
That was crazy.
I
When I,
don't
saw,
know. I don't
I
know.
didn't even know what happened in that game. And when I
Did you
saw
see
that
that?
tweet Monday morning,
See
I
that?
was like,
After
what?
the game, first career win as a coach. He's like, "Yeah, guys, I clogged the toilet this morning. I'm like, oh, we're not going to win today.
Oh, my God.
I don't know why he had to tell people that.
That's a tough one. Yeah,
Keep that one to yourself, buddy.
Keep that one to yourself.
Keep
You
that
don't
one.
let anyone else find out.
Are
Dallas
you-
is over.
Dallas just tank for the season.
Yeah,
you
they're
think?
done. They're done.
it's done.
There's no way.
And what do you do with that?
What
do you do with that team?
I don't know.
You tank and get a top 10 pick. What do
CeeDee
you get?
Lamb blaming the sun and getting in
but
his
to be
eyes.
fair, did you
The
see
sun
that
is valid.
play though? Did you see the play?
The sun is so valid.
The
It's
sun
so
is
valid.
so
Oh my
valid.
God.
The sun is so valid
It's
that they
so
had to put a
valid.
sunshade at the press conference Monday morning.
And they were down by 30. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, literally, Mike McCarthy goes out there to do his press conference Monday morning, and you just see a huge sunscreen. But not like the shades are brought down on the windows. They had to put up a whole stand right on stage to keep the sun out of his eyes.
Oh my goodness,
it's crazy.
That's a little over the top.
It's crazy. But no, it's nothing else crazy. I've heard it's a pretty low week in the NFL.
I mean, yeah. And then Monday night, Miami winning just shows that the Rams.
That was such a bad game to watch too.
Yeah, it was brutal. That one just series where they fumble, interception, fumble. Something like that. It was ridiculous. Absolutely crazy.
What are we doing there? When we come back, we'll talk about Week 11 and who we think is going to win when we come back here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home. Take that exit and get to the Southern Cafe, home of the Nasty Biscuit on Roselle Road in Roselle. Get over there and try the chicken fried chicken biscuit made with the Southern Cafe's house-made drop biscuit with buttermilk chicken fried chicken smothered in country gravy, topped with shredded cheddar and crumbled hickory smoked bacon. I always say that when you go to the Southern Cafe, you come out with 2 meals with the heaping amounts of food they serve you in every meal. I love to go to a place with outdoor seating. The Southern Cafe has a great outdoor seating area to help social distance, and I get to enjoy my breakfast outdoors. Open 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. to give you plenty of time to grab an amazing breakfast or lunch. Now get your butt over to the Southern Cafe on Roselle Road.
Hello?
It's speed walking day.
Dorothy? You're breaking up.
Did I mention we'd be slowing down when we pass the court where those fine brothers play ball?
I heard that.
Reduce your risk of cancer, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Get active, eat right, and maybe even run into Mr. Right. Isn't sisterhood beautiful? For more information, go to everydaychoices.org. Brought to you by the American Cancer Society, the American Diabetes Association, the American Heart Association, the Ad Council, and this station.
Alert! Alert! Be gone, maxed out credit cards, overdue loans, suffocating interest rates, and relentless collection agencies. If your credit rating is making you and others around you cringe, there's only one thing to do, and that's to turn to the professionals at Creative Credit Solutions. Even if your credit is less than perfect, we'll help you get back on track. You can do it, and we can help. Call today or visit creativecreditsolutions.net for your free credit check report.
Blow the whistle on SportsTownChicago.com. Mondays and Fridays from 2 to 3 p.m. as we talk NFL.
The game plan was really sound.
The quarterback league. It has been. It still is.
Franchise-defining quarterbacks.
College football.
Will Jim Harbaugh make it through the season as Michigan's head coach? Some more Big Ten talk.
And here's some things you wouldn't expect.
I would have never expected that.
Get all of that and more on Blow the Whistle on SportsTownChicago.com.
35-yard field goal Lux. Fraboni the snap, Riley the hold. What's the kick to win it?
That looked a little Mahomey. You're listening to Low Blow Sports on twitch.tv/SportsTownChi.
Third and long. Wilson floats it way upstairs. Williams, he's got it. Touchdown.
I would give the bird. I don't know. Can we do that?
52 for the win. It is just good.
Here's the guy.
To win it from 44. Kick is up, and it is up and through. It's good. The 49ers win it.
My passion was always football.
Flacco to the air, and he's picked off. Aaron Johnson. Johnson on the return. Johnson at the 10. Johnson at the 5. Takes it in. A pick 6. Football. Are you kidding me?
Before we get into Week 11 here on Low Blow Sports, George Pickens, we talked about it. That's so funny. Just body slamming his opponent after catching a touchdown earlier in the game. Fantastic.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's just funny because the guy made the interception, doesn't even go for the ball. He went straight for the other guy. Very funny. So Kobe wanted to mention it. All right. Week 11's here. It's crazy. We're on under 100 days until the Super Bowl. Crazy to say that. The season's going by so quick.
Yeah.
And do we got some good games this week, hopefully? Because this last week was struggling.
I know Ravens Steelers is the game. Like, that's all.
Yeah.
Honestly, this
Thursday night's pretty good,
Thursday
too.
night game can match last Thursday game. So, too, Commanders and Eagles. Eagles getting 3.5. And totals 48.5 on that one. That could be not the deciding factor, but the beginning of that division setting up for the playoffs. So.
Yeah, I think Nick Sirianni is gonna blow that game somehow.
Really,
I think
prime time Sirianni has showed us he does. He just fumbles.
I suppose so, but the Eagles are looking way too good right now.
Just the way he's trending in is just downwards. And they played the Cowboys last week with Trey Lance got in the game. It's not really
even before that. Like they were still looking good. The players are looking pretty decent. Everyone's looking all right.
Yeah.
Saquon's on another level right now.
I'm taking the Eagles by 10.
Jumping over people backwards. So
I'm taking the Eagles by 10.
Yeah, I think so too.
Nothing on Jaden Daniels. I think they're still gonna have a decent game, but this is a game that's
It's
honestly like 31-21 for me.
Yeah.
That's what the type of game is.
Do we want to go in order of what I'm looking at, or
yeah, we can go in order.
We obviously Bears Packers at home for the Bears, but Packers are favored by 6.5. It probably should be more.
Coming off a bye week as well.
Yeah,
in Soldier Field, I think.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Yeah, Scott, stay home for that one.
Yeah,
I think that's your best idea.
That might be at least 10. That might be 14. That might be 2 touchdowns over on the Bears in this sense.
That's a game that they only show the touchdowns on red zone because it's just a blowout.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, blowout in favor of the Bears. Bears by 21.
Yeah.
Put that on DraftKings.
I will.
Otherwise, staying in the NFC North, the Vikings and play the Titans. That's going to be a
easy one. For the Vikings. This should be an easy one for the Vikings.
Yeah, that was.
By the way, TJ Hawkinson back.
Okay,
you think the Jaguars are easy, but Sam Darnold is back to Panthers. Sam Darnold.
I wouldn't even say Panthers. Sam Darnold is just not on the
bad Sam Darnold football.
Yeah,
I'll say the Titans
fell
are
back
stingy.
up. This is gonna be like another 17-10 game that the Vikings win just because they're a more talented team.
Yeah. And then again, the same breath, Lions at home. They're playing the Jags. So
we gave up on the Jags. So
yeah, that's 9-1 Lions.
Lions are favored by 13. It probably should.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. Wow.
Yeah. I think we're kind of done on the Raiders and the Dolphins. That's gonna be a bad game at noon.
Dolphins should, if they want anything, then they must win.
It could be, I suppose, but yeah, the Rams are going to need to take that one in that same regard if they want to stay competitive, especially in their
Williams
division.
got to get back.
Yeah, he does. That
He
fumble
slowed
didn't
down a
look
little
good.
bit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was his first game not scoring a touchdown in like
2 straight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He didn't score a touchdown last game either.
Oh, again,
But also, I feel like he wasn't getting. It might also be the blocking, but he just didn't have the open space like he normally does either.
Yeah.
And so they need to fix that for next week as
The
well.
Dolphins have a good D line, so it's not really like.
Yeah, but it's almost like I guess that the other week he got
And
almost
also
at
the
100
Dolphins
yards.
were fighting for the playoff lives, and now it's against.
Dude, that Dolphins defensive line is so good. Christian Wilkins is so good.
This noon slate is.
Did you see that?
brutal. No, I'm sorry. What?
Colin Coward was previewing
Yeah.
the Monday night game, and he said, "Is Christian Wilkins playing for the Dolphins? You know, the guy who signed a $90 million contract for the
Yeah.
Raiders in the offseason."
Yeah.
See, Raiders Patriots is the game where the veteran quarterback shows why he's a veteran, and that's a boring game.
Yeah.
It could be.
This is a brutal noon slate. Yeah. Between Raiders, Dolphins, Rams, Patriots, Browns and Saints, and Colts and Jets. Ugh.
Colts and Jets was supposed to be primetime, okay?
Yeah.
Be thankful it's a 1
Think
o'clock
about
game.
that. Whoever, I want to shake your hand.
Thank God.
I want to shake that hand. $27. There you go. Okay,
so Saints, Browns, you said?
Ravens and Steelers is going to be the game at noon.
Saints, Browns, Jameis revenge game. No one's thinking about that.
No one's
No one
thinking
needs
about
to.
No one's thinking about that.
Yeah.
315, 4 touchdowns for Jameis.
You're right. No
Yeah.
one is thinking about
Put that down.
Good point.
Scott, put that on DraftKings.
Will do.
Put that.
How much you want to put on it?
No money. He's getting a free bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's even lower than the Colts and Jets. That's $25 to get to that ball game. My goodness.
Colts and Jets, Kobe.
Turn your TVs off. I think that's the best way to watch that one.
Listen on the radio. That might be the best way.
Okay, but the noon slate game.
That it's Steelers and Ravens. That's the game at noon. Ravens
That's
on the
tough,
road.
to be honest. It's so tough. The Ravens play so bad on the road.
I don't know. I think Lamar just cancels out the Steelers pass rush. Just
Other than that Bucks game, they have not played good on the road.
The Steelers tend to own Lamar Jackson. So it might be stay away in the sense of betting on it, but it's going to be such a fun game.
I'm taking Steelers money line. I really think they're going to win this one.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Russell Wilson to throw for 200.
I'll take the over.
No.
What do you mean?
I never take the Steelers on and over.
The Steelers game.
No.
Steelers game.
They've been
always
averaging
ends up-
30 points a game their last 5 games. Why would you not take the over with them?
No.
Okay, for sure.
Okay. In Pittsburgh? No.
Here's proof. No. Okay, cool.
No.
No. Yeah, no need for that.
No. Just vibes. Game's
Sure,
not
yeah.
going over.
Yeah, cool. How your vibes treating you?
And now it's gonna be a 40-40 game.
It's going to be Jamar Chase going for 3 touchdowns again. It's gonna be Mike Williams going for 3 touchdowns this week.
I think a bonus bet. Who does George Pickens tackle this week? Like, they should do that. Make it like
The
a week
referee.
segment.
What does George Pickens throws the challenge flag?
What George Pickens body part hits another player on purpose?
Yeah.
Welcome to low blow body parts.
The 3 o'clock hour is actually looking pretty solid. Falcons, Broncos.
That's good. That's
Seahawks,
a good game.
Seahawks and Niners for the division.
That's a great game.
And then Chiefs, Bills at 3:25.
Yeah, that should be. A
That's
primetime
not
game.
the nightcap.
That's not the nightcap.
See, I think the problem with the Chiefs Bills,
Bengals and Chargers.
The problem with Chiefs Bills is that
Who did that? Never mind. I take back what I said. Why did you not make that game the nightcap?
because it was on CBS and they're not going to give that up.
Yeah, you gotta have Tony Romo going.
Jim, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Jim.
Jim is gonna get winning field goal.
This is a huge one, obviously, for all the reasons. The Bills I think the Bills win this, and I think the Chiefs are actually relieved because they
Where's
don't want
that
that. They don't want that perfect season.
Where's that game
lingering
being
over
played?
their head. They're in
In
Buffalo.
Highmark.
I'll see. I got the Bills.
Yeah,
Or
Buffalo.
no, is it still Highmark or is it?
Yeah, it's Highmark. It's
right?
Highmark.
Highmark Stadium,
Yeah.
Orchard Park, New York.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the Bills.
They're
That's a
building-
good game. And the Bills are going to win in regulation, but it doesn't matter because the Chiefs will beat them in the playoffs like usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
pretty
get it
much.
while you can.
Pretty much. What were the games before that one though? There were a couple. Before that you said.
The other 2 3 o'clock games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Falcons and Broncos. Bo Nix looking very good.
I think I'll take the Falcons in that one.
I think I'm gonna.
I just think
I don't know.
If
The
Drake
Falcons
London-
really disappointed me this week.
it's because Younghoe Koo just missed 3 kicks. Like they should have won that game.
That's not in.
That's
that's
not
in-
good, though.
I know, but like they
He
should have
hasn't
won
been
that
trending
game.
good either. I may take the Broncos, but I think I might change toward the end of the week.
If Drake London is healthy, because I don't know what app is he playing this week.
Drake London.
Yeah,
I think
He played last week. I would
Yeah.
assume so.
I think he's.
I still think he's fine. I just don't know he's so good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like the Bears could have.
He's the leading receiver.
I know. And I dropped fantasy after week 2. So obviously,
Yeah. And then what? 49ers Seahawks.
Yep. They're in.
Seahawks
they're
have been
Seattle-
falling
they're in,
off.
San
Seahawks have
Fran.
been
Seahawks.
falling off. That defense looks so bad. 49ers. This is a great Christian McCaffrey game.
Seahawks always have offense.
Which,
It's gonna
by
be
the
like
way, Christian McCaffrey, welcome back to the NFL.
Yeah.
13 carries, 6 receptions on 7 targets, played over 88% of the snaps. Welcome back to the NFL, dude.
Yeah, just in time to ruin everyone else's fun fantasy. There's one guy in my league who drafted him. He's 8-1. He's getting him back. I'm
Lucky.
so upset.
I'm
so upset.
He's a trooper.
well,
Yeah.
I'm 1-9, so like, it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Oh, my
Then again, you
goodness.
drafted the whole Jets offense.
I
thinking it was gonna work.
drafted one Jets player.
No, this guy drafted the whole Jets offense.
I was able to trade away one Jet, Devontae
right.
Adams for
That's
Devonta
all the
Smith.
3 o'clock game.
Yeah, and then the nightcap, Sunday night game is Bengals Chargers.
That's not.
That could be okay.
That's not a bad game.
No,
that's a
it's
Chargers win, though.
Based
You
off
think-
last
yeah.
week, that's a good game. Because both teams scored 30 points.
By the
Right.
way, I think Gus Edwards is actually going to ruin their offense. They were going so good with J.K. Dobbins, and I think getting him back, it might actually tank them
You're
a little
saying
bit.
that because you just traded for him, and I know that.
No, the way they played on they should have destroyed the Titans. And
Sure.
it felt like they just couldn't pull away.
Okay, yeah. I know. I mean, J.K. Dobbins doesn't. He does well sometimes.
He still had both of them in there for the amount of touches that they both get. I think hurts that offense a little more than we're looking at.
With Gus coming back. He's probably just trying to get him in the groove of things, and they'll find this. They'll find something.
Good old fashioned Gus Bus.
Yeah, and then finally Monday night battle
Yikes.
for Texans versus Cowboys in
Yeah,
Dallas in
that's-
Jerry's
that's-
World.
The blowout. We don't really need a.
I'm picking up Texans defense and be an insane
That's a
pick.
good point. Well, no sun to be having to dealt with there. It'll be at night.
No, it won't be. But somehow there'll still be problems with that
The
Cowboys team.
moonlight hit me in the face.
When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit of MLB, go over some of the awards and who we think we're predicting. Nick's just waiting to cash his parlay for
Yes.
who he's got for his awards. But we'll talk about that and more here on Low Blow Sports.
This is your home for sports.
Longtime fan, sports is like life.
SportsTownChicago.com.
What's up, Chicago? If you're ever, and I mean ever, out looking for good urban food 24/7, come down to White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. White Palace Grill is open 365 days a year since 1939. I personally love the steak and egg dinner, but whether you like burgers for breakfast, steak for lunch, or French toast for dinner, White Palace is the place for you. The diner is a 24-hour urban oasis. Come now, come later. Hey, come now and later. We never close at White Palace Grill, located 1159 South Canal Street in Chicago. Visit us at whitepalace.com or order with Uber Eats or Grubhub anytime, any day.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League First baseman? Maybe a point guard for the national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Go to Lux Barbershop for the best barbers and stylists in Plainfield, Illinois. I go there when I have an important event, date, or I just want to look good. The straight razor shave will have you looking fresh and smooth. Lux Barbershop is open 7 days a week. Go to Lux Barbershop for the finest barbers, stylists, braiders, and massage therapists in the southern suburbs. Check out all their daily deals on Facebook, Instagram, and luxbarbershop.com.
Hi, this is Joe Perry and Steven Tyler of Aerosmith for Red. You know, it's okay to rock and roll and party down. Just don't get in that 2,000-pound bullet when you're done and cocked. And please don't drink and drive. I'm the one that jaded you.
A reminder that friends don't let friends drive drunk. A public service message brought to you by the Ad Council, U.S. Department of Transportation, National Association of Broadcasters, and RAD.
The Chicago Dogs are back on SportsTownChicago.com. Tune in to the season opener against the Sioux City Explorers, Friday, May 28th at Impact Field in Rosemont. First pitch at 7:05 p.m. Hear all the action right here on SportsTownChicago.com.
Gentlemen, welcome back to Low Blow Sports. Okay, Nick Johnson, Burke. More MLB segment for you. But I do want to mention some news about the Tampa Bay Rays came out this year. Obviously, their stadium got destroyed by the hurricane. They are reportedly not going to be ready at all this season. It was originally said that they won't be there for opening day, but maybe get there in the middle of the season. Apparently, they might not even redo the building. They might just redo it and have the stadium open in 2028. This is how bad the stadium is in conditions right now.
Well, because they're moving in 2028, so like it's not really
Yeah.
worth it to just fix it up when you're gone in 2 years.
Very fair. But there's two rumored sites. Philly Stadium, their spring training stadium. Sutter Health Field, where the A's are going to be playing. But the other one is the Yankees spring training stadium, which I don't know if you've ever seen it.
Does it have any- Okay.
But
Probably,
it does
honestly.
have design features of Yankee Stadium.
Ah,
So, like, the fryers that are up at the top of the stadium, those little like things. Yeah, they're all over the stadium.
Yeah.
So that
was
looked very weird when the Yankees go to play there, and it's the Rams home stadium, but it's got the same designs as like the Yankees stadium.
The Rays are used to not having a home crowd regardless of where they're playing.
We said the same thing. Like it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. If anything, it would probably be more of a help for them because they're going to end up going to New York anyways, playing in this similar field. So
I do think it's better to actually live in Florida.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
instead of just on an island somewhere.
16 division. You play. How many times do you play the same opponent?
I think like 17 to 20.
Yeah,
each division opponent.
So you'll get almost 30 games in the same ballpark. I think that's nice little trade off, and so that's might be your toughest opponent playing the Yankees. So
true.
Tough
to see though because
I know has said a nice thing about that stadium.
It's very bad.
my cousins and
Nick,
it just feels homey to
not
me.
Yankee Stadium. Their spring training.
Yeah, I know.
stadium.
Yeah.
That's what.
No, I was talking about Tampa. I was talking about
the
Tampa.
Rays.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one likes
Talking about,
Tropicana.
like,
No one likes.
No,
No,
no
one
one
likes
likes
getting there. No one likes leaving it.
No, it's terrible to leave. It's actually terrible to leave.
Yeah. Everyone I know says it's a pain to get.
Yeah,
over
it's
there.
awful. I've done it twice. It's awful.
But yeah, exactly. My cousins have a little place down there. They go and that's one of the big things. They go to the Rays game during the day, and then they go out during the night. They say that's the worst thing. It's just dealing with
terrible.
that.
We had to stay.
Baseball's fine.
When
just
we
as-
went, we had to stay like in that vicinity and walk somewhere, and just I was like, it's bad getting out of here. And it took us we walked like 5 blocks, and it was still really bad around the stadium.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It's brutal.
But the awards, they announced the
Yes.
nominees who are the finalists to win each award. So we got them pulled up here. What do you want to start with?
I'll go in order of the way that it has it just written down. So
All right.
I got NL Most Valuable Player. So NL MVP right here. The 3 finalists they got in front of me: Francisco Lindor of your Mets, Kobe, Ketel Marte of the D-backs, and Shohei Ohtani of the LA Dodgers.
I feel like Ketel Marte was just like, we need a third person. Let's just vote for Ketel Marte.
I don't think so. Ketel Marte deserves that. He's gonna
finish third. He's gonna
finish third in that list.
Career high in home runs, 36. He had 95 home runs as well, and his OPS plus 155 in 136 games.
He had a very good season.
It's going to be Shohei, but I'm just interested to see like how far away he is from Lindor being like
I think
PA,
Lindor,
how much they value defense.
Yeah, true.
Well, it's that on top of let's see. They got all the numbers right here for Shohei to hit 50 or more home runs. He had 54. He had 50 more stolen bases. He had 59 in the same season. He held the NL and he led the NL in runs with 134. Also led the majors in total with that. Home runs 54, RBIs 130, on base percentage .390, slugging 646. I think it's Shohei Ohtani or nothing.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
It's going to be him. I just don't know how close it's going to be.
It's probably gonna be head and shoulders above everybody else.
I mean, that's what I'm expecting.
Onto the AL.
Yep.
AL MVP finalists include Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, his partner in crime, maybe sticking on the same team, who knows, and then Bobby Witt Jr., the young man from Kansas City.
It's probably going to be Aaron Judge.
I would think so too.
Bobby's going to be a close second.
Bobby's going to be in this conversation a ton down the road, so it's not the worst if he doesn't get this one. He's going to get one eventually. So
he'll be a close second, and Juan Soto's third.
I don't know. I mean, I'll have to look at the numbers for sure, but I feel like Juan Soto just had enough power, enough juice to probably get it.
I think like 40 homers.
They'll also put into consideration probably that Aaron Judge didn't have an error all season, so I think that's a big part of it.
Yeah, but he had one that mattered the most, so
it's not a regular. It's not a postseason. It's not a postseason thing. So
it's a fond memory for me to look back on.
Yeah,
I would like to see how Juan Soto I think Juan Soto could actually have a case for that award because I feel like Aaron Judge down the end of the season played very bad. I think
it's well known that Aaron Judge is just like a meatball merchant. I think that's what they call. That's what they say on Twitter. Just right down the middle. Anything not down the middle, he's not hitting.
That's hilarious.
That's what they're saying on Twitter.
Let's stop throwing it down the middle to him. What are you doing?
He's 6'7". Like
Everything's down the middle.
Up to
When
like
he's that
Jose,
big.
right down the middle of the Jose Altuve is probably a strike of the knee. So they gotta start doing
that makes
that.
sense. That makes sense. I kind of lean Juan Soto. I think I can understand if it's going to be Aaron Judge for sure, but there you have it. NL Cy Young, Chris Sale from the Braves, Paul Skeens of the Pirates, the rookie, and Zach Wheeler of the Phillies, the guy that loves blowing every single one of my nerfies this year. So I hope he loses.
I think
and
it's
it
going to
should
be Chris
Sale.
Sale, but
Chris
Zach
Sale.
Wheeler had an insane season.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's
I'm
very
still
true.
mad that the Mets let him go like 5 years ago.
Yeah, Zach Wheeler, he had a 2.57 ERA and a 0.96 whip. So an all-star selection for him. So that boy, there you go. Nice shot. Nice solid year for Wheeler, but I don't think it'll be good enough. I think what was it? I think he went 18-3. Chris Sale did just a fountain of youth type deal, just run a renaissance of his career right here.
The
in
Braves,
Atlanta.
the Braves also have that little special magic where they just, and I hate it.
Yeah, he won the Triple Crown for pitching, so I think it's kind of
it's kind of obvious. It's him.
So again, same breath for Bobby Wood Jr. Paul Skeens is going to be in this conversation again. Not going to be not a shame if he loses this one.
I think Paul Skeens is like kind of like a Tim Lincecum. Like it's how long until his arm just runs out.
Oh,
because he hasn't had an off season in a while.
Okay.
Yeah,
because he went from the College World Series straight to the minors, straight to the MLB. He's got to.
Is he playing? He's not playing. He didn't play fall ball, did he?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
I wouldn't think so at at that rate. So he's going to need a little bit. He's going to give that wing a break. He's going to need some time. Lever from the Guardians, the closer, hopefully closer of the year for my sake. Seth Lugo from the Royals as well, and then Tariq Skubal of the Tigers, who again he had all the AL Triple Crown for pitching into his regard as well. Same thing as Chris Sale. So
Yeah, but I
18
think
wins.
I think it's Skubal.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty
It's
obvious.
gotta be.
Yeah.
It has to be Skubal.
18 wins, ERA was a 2.39, and strikeouts 223. He led the MLB in that stat right there. So yeah, kind of high and away Tariq Skubal there in that sense. NL Rookie of the Year.
I think it's Paul Skeens, but Jackson Merrill's going to get votes.
Yeah, Paul Skeens is there, Jackson Merrill, and Jackson Churio. So shout out to the Jacksons.
Jackson Churio is great.
Yeah.
But I think it's just the Milwaukee Brewers. Like, they're not talking about him, so he's not going to get.
No, he'll be an unsung hero for some time for sure. Especially that the Brewers signed him for 8 years, 121 million, or 82 million for his contract extension. So good for him. Good getting paid. But unfortunately, we'll fall short. Will not be one of the Rookie of the Years here. So yeah, probably Paul Skeens if he's getting
Probably.
yeah. And then AL Rookie of the Year. Colton Cowser, the cow, Lewis Gill, and Austin Wells from the Yankees. Both the Yankees getting represented here. This might be the toughest one of all, honestly.
It's probably gonna be. It's probably gonna be Wells, and that's gonna be crazy because he probably. A lot of people are complaining he shouldn't win it.
I don't know.
I would like none of them were like. I think it's going to be Cowser, but
yeah,
no, there wasn't really any AL rookie that was like incredible. Like all the good rookies were on the NL.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm trying to look.
Do they have stats on there?
Year Ty Jackson Merrill for that in the rookie stat. He led the rookies with 123 OPS plus to help the Orioles reach the postseason for the second consecutive year. So good for him. Lewis Gill. Let's see. He had a really, really crazy stretch. So he had like a 0.7 ERA for over 6 starts.
Can you really give like a reliever?
He wasn't a reliever.
No, but he didn't really start that much.
He was a starter
Was
for
he?
sure. Yeah, he was a starter.
I'm thinking of Luke Weaver.
Yeah, I
he
think
was
so.
a starter.
So yeah, he was. But he finished with a 3.5 ERA and a strikeout rate of 26.8%. Still, honestly, I'm not seeing anything too crazy with Austin Wells' numbers. 11 homers in 59 games. That's not very good.
That's just
Yeah,
they
and
just need a
his
third
defensive
guy.
stats were awful. By the way.
They just need a third guy in there.
Yeah, I
So
think
why
so.
not?
I think so too.
Finally, our last one category, a manager of the year in the NL, Carlos Mendoza of the Mets, Pat Murphy of the Brewers, and Mike Schilt of the Padres.
I would give it to Carlos Mendoza of the Mets.
I think it's Mendoza or Murphy.
I would probably say Murphy.
Because Murphy kind of took nothing to the division, but then Mendoza came from like 15 games under to 90 wins. So it's really
Mendoza also needed Grimace. So like, is he really the main reason they got there?
I know.
Debatably.
Yeah.
you said you're voting for him like 5 seconds ago, so you can't hit.
Yeah. But I kind of want to make them devil's advocate.
Actually, yeah, they just changed it. Ronald McDonald is now the representative for the Mets.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I can see that.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be Grimace.
Pros
up
and
there.
cons.
Yeah, I thought it'd be Grimace.
Is the Grimace chair still at Citi Fields?
Yes.
Yeah.
So as long as that's there, like
it's gonna be there for.
I put him in the World Series.
We know who the true savior is, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I think honestly, no. I think the Brewers have a very good, and Pat Murphy is a really good, good argument for him getting over, Christian Yelich basically all year. They trade away Corbin Burns, and they were running away with the NL Central all year. So I think that's kind of a good argument.
Grimace
there.
Mets, man. Grimace Mets.
Sure.
If the Grimace Mets win the award for Manager of the Year, that'd be crazy.
I think he does deserve it, but so does Pat Murphy.
Yeah.
So it's
I
really,
guess so.
And then this one is just all AL Central teams for the AL Manager of the Year: AJ Hinch, Matt Quattraro of the Royals, and Stephen Vout of the Guardians.
I'm taking Stephen Vogt.
I want to give it to Stephen Vogt so bad. I said at the beginning of the year when he got hired, I said this is a fantastic signing for the Guardians because he brings that experience, and this is like the player experience to the team, and that's, I feel like, a really good dynamic, and it worked for them.
I just love Stephen Vogt.
Except they're cheaters.
What?
This guy.
They took the seats out of right field. Now they just fly out of there. What don't you understand?
No, they didn't take the seats out of right
Yes,
field.
they did.
They took the
seats out of the upper deck.
No, they put seats in there.
No,
They
they
took
didn't.
out the
Yeah, it was the upper
things.
thing. So now
They
when
took
you hit
out
them out to right field,
they took
go
out the
flying.
containers.
You know what I'm saying? They're still cheaters, regardless.
Well,
You know what I'm
Hinch,
saying?
AJ Hinch was the real cheater. I feel like we should be talking
Facts.
about him.
Yeah, you want to talk about real cheater, AJ Hinch.
So by process of elimination, congratulations to Matt Quattraro. There you go. You win.
I don't think it deserves it though.
Nope,
It's like
he gets
the
it.
Royals were-
He
Alright,
gets it.
sure.
You lose.
Sure, why not?
Yep.
Give it a Matt Quattro, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Quattro.
Quattro.
That's it. That is it.
Well, that'll do it for us.
That's it of what they've announced so far. I'm sure there's other awards that they're
Are
gonna
there?
give.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I mean, again, I voted. I have a bet on reliever of the year, so they're going to give out one of
Yeah,
those.
but I don't think that's like a MLB. That just might be like an MLB Network thing. I don't know. I don't know if that's like it's true.
Well, they have my money, and they're going to give it to me later.
It's
so.
$5, Nick.
Who do you
like,
got winning that again?
I have Emmanuel Clase.
And he's gonna win.
It's $5. Like it's not the craziest.
It's a win. Win's a win, buddy.
Just go to like McDonald's next time.
And you take that third and you put it on something else.
The Mets fan saying
Yeah.
go to McDonald's.
Get a nice little $5 foot long.
They got
They
you.
got
You
you
didn't even
hooked.
know it. That's what we got to go do? Yikes.
Hey.
Yikers.
Oh, actually,
If he
there's
brings
one-
wins, okay, I'm not opposed.
There's one thing, and I know I forgot to say it at the beginning of the Bears episode, but because shut up.
I wasn't gonna say
Wrestling.
anything.
Did you see the Matt Eberflus sign on Monday Night Raw last night?
Yeah, that was good.
Some guy brought a Matt Eberflus and what was the other one? It was Fire someone
It was
else.
just Fire, straight up. Fire to Eberflus.
Yeah.
Oh, Travis
so
Darno
good.
to the Angels. Just a Jeff Passan tweet. Darno to the Angels, 2 years, $12 million.
Yeah, and you see they also got Kyle Hendricks. What an offseason for the Angels.
Yeah,
What an offseason.
Mike
What an
Trout's gonna be
offseason.
happy. Get Mike Trout into the playoffs.
Get Mike Trout to the Phillies. All right, that'll do it for Low Blow Sports. Any final thoughts?
Nope.
Juan Soto to the
coming
Mets.
up next.
Grimace
Juan
Mets,
Soto
baby.
to the Mets. My bad. Yeah, what were you saying?
What are you reporting, Kobe? Your,
What's
your
up?
sources?
What's up?
Remember
Yeah,
Kobe's sources?
Bob Nightingale, my source. Yeah, never wrong.
Blow the whistle coming up next.
Yeah, blow the whistle coming up next. We will see you guys here next week on Low Blow Sports.